Hi, everybody. This is Amy Dinella. Thank you for coming to read today. Today's book is called Mickey and Donald in the Tickle Grass, and it was written and illustrated by Vincent Jeffords. And you guys probably know Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, but I wonder if you know anything about Tickle Grass. Well, here we go. When Mickey and Donald went to school, they would race off when school was out to a special secret playing place that no one else knew about. The secret place that they loved to go when they rushed away from class, they called the Laughing Meadow. It was full of tickle grass. It was a little hidden valley behind the big oak wood. No one else had found it, and they hoped that no one would. The first time that they went there, they heard a laughing sound. But even though they looked and looked, there was no one to be found. But they learned when they heard it again and again that it wasn't a person at all. It was simply the sound as the wind crossed the ground and blew through the grass 3 feet tall. And each stalk of grass was even more fun with a tickler on every end. And if you went through the field at a run, they would tickle both you and your friend. Look at Donald. He looks like he's laughing really hard, doesn't he? Uh-oh. This looks like bad news. But up on the hill lived a bitter old pill, and the sound of the laughter below from both meadow and boys was an infernal noise that he felt must most certainly go. So at night after dark, and with hardly a sound, he crept quietly down the hill, and with sickle and mower cut the grass to the ground, then sneaked quietly back up the hill. When the boys returned next day, what they found to their dismay was no Laughing Meadow, but instead stalks of tickle grass lying dead. In spite of their trying, they couldn't help crying. Which very quickly got the attention of 2 elephants of good intention. They both lived in the woods nearby and could not stand to hear kids cry. Said Mo, "What is the matter, boys?" His voice made a funny scratchy noise. You can see for yourself just how it goes by trying to talk while you hold your nose. "The mean old man cut the tickle grass," said Mickey with a sob. "It'll take at least a year to grow. He did such a thorough job." "We'll take care of him," said Mo. "You bet we will," said his brother Joe. "You go home to get some rest. Things will turn out for the best." That night they proceeded with their scheme. They filled their trunks from the magic stream. They ran to the Laughing Meadow, then sprayed it with water again and again. Look at that magic water. Isn't that pretty? At first, nothing happened. But then, at last, the tickle grass started growing fast. It was dawn when Mo heard his brother call, "We can stop. The grass is 3 feet tall." Up on the hill, the mean old man woke up chuckling about his plan. But when he looked out his front door, he saw the grass was as high as before. He jumped around in such a rage, he knocked over the parrot's cage. He was still so angry, he ran outside and kicked the old donkey he used to ride. Oh, he is a mean old man, isn't he? I don't know what magic could ever return it, but with my sickle, I'll cut it and burn it. See that blade that the mean old man is holding with that curved blade? That's called a sickle. And it's used for cutting grass and different kinds of plants. The parrot, now free to go, flew down the hill to Mo and Joe and warned them that the mean old man had a new and very wicked plan. When the mean old man came down that night, they were hidden out of sight. They hid behind a willow tree, so they were difficult to see. I think it would be hard to see elephants behind a willow tree. I don't know, they look pretty big. Joe grabbed the old man with his trunk and gave him such a squeeze that when he dropped him to the ground, he fell right to his knees. He promised never again to spoil the children's fun and took off up the hill as fast as he could run. Mo took the sickle and threw it so high, you can still see it up there some nights in the sky. You see it up there? Looks a lot like the moon to me. All of which goes to show that you can't win a fight with an elephant. Next day, when the boys returned to play, the grass waved and laughed in the same old way. Then Joe gave them a special treat. He fixed up the mower with a seat. Of course, the other change he made was to remove each cutting blade. And nothing ever could surpass their rides through the waving tickle grass. The end. You can see them there playing again in the tickle grass. Anyway, thank you for coming to read with me today. That is Mickey and Donald in the Tickle Grass by Vincent Jeffords. And if you like this book, maybe have an adult with you like it on the website. And subscribe if you can. Thanks so much. Bye.